How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have another battle with the Haxorus team. Hopefully it goes well. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There's also a copy and paste of the team in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, today we're battling Chris, also known as Pokemaster88 in the Discord server. You should definitely join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. Looking at his team, he's got an Espeon, a Bombardier, a Toxtricity, Haxorus, Avalugg, and a Copperaja, however you pronounce it. I don't really care. Anyway, looking at the teams, I'm thinking Tyranitar is a good lead. We could bait out the Espeon potentially, but they probably lead with something else. I don't think Espeon is going to be a lead one here because looking at the team, it doesn't really benefit too much from screens. I mean, you can always benefit from screens. I think I want to lead off with Tigglybuff. I think that's my best bet and get up screens of my own because, I mean, my team benefits from the screens. Every team benefits from screens. I don't know why I said that. Ignore me. And the battle begins. So Chris over there is going to lead off with the Espeon. As I kind of expected, I should have led with Tyranitar, shouldn't I? Because they're going to go for screens right now. But it's fine. I'm going to go for my own screen. I'm going to go for a light screen first, and then we're going to go for a reflect afterwards. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. We should outspeed. They do withdraw the Espeon, obviously expecting us to attack it or something. Screamtail is a pretty dominant threat. As they go into the Copperaja, which is a good Pokemon to switch into a Tigglybuff over here. So I'm going to go for a Reflect anyway. I know I'm going to get bopped in the face with a Heavy Slam and probably some Stealth Rocks, but it's absolutely fine. We can get rid of the Stealth Rocks later on down the line. They don't have a Ghost type anyway, so we can definitely go for a Rapid Spin. Reflect comes through. That's going to be great for us, for the team. As they probably go for a Stealth Rocks. There it is, the Stealth Rocks comes through. So Copperaja is a really cool Pokemon to see, by the way. I kind of want to use it on my next team. I'm going to be doing RU next, so if you want to get your RU teams ready, that'd be great. Absolutely great. So anyway, I'm going to start dipping into RU a bit more anyway, because UU's getting a bit stale for me. So we're going to go straight Donphan. Donphan is a good switch into Copperaja anyway. So it makes sense to go into the Donphan, as the only Pokemon they can really switch into Donphan is the Avalugg. So we can just go for a Rapid Spin, get rid of these Stealth Rocks real quick. So let's see what happens. It's Elephant versus Elephant. They do withdraw the Copperaja. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. They go into the Espeon? Oh, okay. So they go into the Espeon expecting something else to come in, maybe. I say we just go straight for a knockoff. Do some damage to this thing, because we're going to be able to eat up a Psychic with the light screen up, definitely. They're going to withdraw the Espeon, obviously, because they obviously predicted something else. Which is fair enough. They're going to go into the Avalugg. We're going to be able to knock off its item, which is great. Avalugg's so tiny in this game. I don't know why. We're going to knock off its heavy duty boots though, which is absolutely amazing. As this turn, we're going to go for a Rapid Spin because I know I can eat up any hit this thing wants to throw me. And I want to get rid of those Stealth Rocks for sure. They probably go for an Avalanche here, but it's fine. We'll go for a Rapid Spin real quick. Get some chip damage off on the Avalugg, which is great. Get a Speed Boost, which is great. Get rid of those Stealth Rocks, which is double great. As they go for an Avalanche, which is going to do a solid little bit of chip damage to Donphan, so that's absolutely great. Avalugg was hurt by the Rocky... Wait, really? Rocky Helmet from Avalanche? That doesn't make sense. Why is Avalanche a contact move? I don't understand. I don't understand, you know? I just don't understand. Anyway, let's go to Slowbro. Slowbro is a good switch here, so we're going to switch out into Slowbro real quick. There we go. Slowbro is a good one because we can go for a Surf, and nothing really wants to take a Surf. The Avalugg doesn't want to take Surf, but they do switch out. Are they going to go Toxtricity? Expecting the Slowbro. They go Espeon. Espeon's fine. Espeon's a fine one. So, if we expect a Shadow Ball here, do we switch out into Tyranitar? I think we're going to Tyranitar, don't we? There's lots of switching in this game, and I know people don't like switching, but, you know, it's part of the game. You're just going to have to get used to it. So we're going to switch into Tyranitar. There we go. Sandstream comes up. Because I wasn't going to keep my Slowbro in against this thing. Especially if it's going for, like, Trick. What? Trick! It was for Trick! Which is fair enough, but wow. Okay, so Choice Specs is going to get put on our Tyranitar. Leftovers gets put on the... what's funny is if we stayed in and gone for a Surf there, and I didn't switch out, we would have got Trick to Choice Specs, and then the Surf would have definitely done a lot of damage to the Espeon, which would have been really cool. Would have been really cool. Specs Slowbro, ladies and gentlemen. Let's think about that for a second. Specs Slowbro. Anyway, we're probably expecting Avalugg switch, so I'm going to go for a Stone Edge just to get some damage off as they do switch out. Are they going to go Avalugg or Copperaja? One of the two. Avalugg comes in. That's the better one because it's going to get hit for super effective damage from the Stone Edge. As we go for the Stone Edge, does decent damage, which is amazing. They know we're locked into Stone Edge though, so they probably switch out. Team's Light Screen is going to wear off, but I think what I do here is I anticipate the switch into the Copperaja, and I go into Haxorus. Now, I have a feeling they're going to stay in. I don't know what it is. Let's go for Stone Edge. They do stay in. I thought so. My gut was telling me they stay in. So I listened to my gut for a change, and it was right. So the Avalugg goes down. See, if I had switched my Haxorus in there, we would have got bopped in the face with an Avalanche, probably. Or it would have gone for a recover. So that's fine. We got the KO on the Avalugg, which is great. It's one less Pokemon for the Haxorus to deal with. So in comes their own Haxorus. This thing's probably got close combat. It's nice and shiny as well. They're copying me. Copying me. Breaks the mold and all that stuff. We just have to go into Tigglybuff right now because we're expecting a close combat. They could go Terra Steel and go for an Iron Head on the Tyranitar, but I don't think they will do that. I think they go for a Dragon Dance here, to be honest with you. So we'll go into Tigglybuff real quick as they do, in fact, Terrestrialize. Oh, Lord. What are they going to go into? What are they going to transform into? A Ground type. So they're going for the Ground type Terra. Fair enough. You go for your Ground type Terra. Go for it now. That's pretty awesome. So they go for a Dragon Dance, which is terrifying. Of course, they go for the Ground type as well, so we can't even go for a Thunder Wave right now, which is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I think the best thing we can do here is go for a Reflect. So I'm going to go straight for the Reflect real quick, as hopefully they don't go for another Dragon Dance. They go for an EQ. That's going to hurt. It's definitely going to hurt, but we should be able to take it, as we do take it, and we're able to go for a Reflect, which is just great. So that's fantastic, great for us. We can probably expect another Earthquake to take us out. I think the only way we're getting around this is with Slowbro, so I'm going to go with Slowbro real quick. Slowbro is physically defensive AF, and they don't really have a good switch into Surf, so it's like a decent one. So we'll get Tigglybuff out of there. We'll go into Slowbro real quick, because Slowbro does wall this thing pretty well, especially with the Reflect up. It's going to wall it pretty well as they go for the EQ, boosted by Terra. It's going to hurt a little bit. Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. Not too much. So that's good. That's good. We can get top. We can deal with that. We can deal with that just fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go straight for that Surf. They might go for a Dragon type move here just to get some damage off. I know Earthquake is the better move because it's stab and it's 100 base power. So they're going to withdraw the Haxorus, of course. They don't want to get hit by the Surf. They're going to go into the Toxtricity. No, the Espeon. Okay, fair enough. Espeon comes in. Now, if they're a spec set, that means they're going to pack Shadow Ball, right? So, with that in mind, do we go for a Surf again? Because, no, I think we go Tyranitar, don't we? I think we definitely go Tyranitar here. We definitely go Tyranitar here. Because what are they going to do? So let's go for the Tyranitar switch. They don't switch out. They're going to go for an attacking move of some sort. We go into Tyranitar. We're going to be able to get a free Crunch off, which is going to hurt something on their team, which is great. Destro is going to come in and get the Sandstorm up, which is amazing. They go for a Dazzling Gleam. That's going to do minimal damage to us thanks to the Sandstorm. And unfortunately, we don't get any recovery from that. So I want to get the Stealth Rocks up. I really do. But at the same time, I'm not seeing any point at the moment. We're better off just going straight for damage. So I'm going to go straight for that Crunch now. We'll see what they're going to do. They're going to withdraw the Espeon. Are they going to go Copperaja? Or are they going to go Bombardier? Copperaja comes in. That's fair enough. It's probably the best switch they could have done there. As we go for the Crunch. Should do a decent little bit of chip damage. It does nearly half. That's crazy damage. Crazy good damage. So, right, okay. So we can expect a Heavy Slam here. I'm half inclined to go into Slowbro again. I'm half inclined to just go into Donphan. I think Donphan's a safe one. I think Donphan's a good one because we can go straight for the EQ and it's going to hurt everything on the team. You know, barring the Bombardier, of course. But we can just go for a knockoff expecting the Bombardier to come in, right? So Michelin comes in. Nice and powerful. They go for an EQ. That would have definitely hurt the Tyranitar, but not so much the Donphan as it does minimal damage. I'm going to go straight for the EQ because even if the Bombardier comes in, we could just go for a knockoff Ice Shard combination and get some damage off on it, and that'd be great. Earthquake comes through. They are going to pop a Berry, though, which is going to make it not do as much damage as before, but it still takes it out. which is absolutely amazing. The Sugar Berry did not work at all for them then. That's probably why they stayed in, because they were going to try and get the Stealth Rocks up last minute, which would have made sense. But we've broken down their walls. Now it's just their offensive threats that we need to deal with. In comes Toxtricity. Nice and shiny as well. I like that shiny. That's cool. Do we have a switch in here? I kind of want to save Michelin for the Haxorus later on down the line. So I think I'm going to sack off our Screamtail real quick, because we don't really have the best switch in. Tyranitar's a decent switch in, but at the same time, Overdrive's still going to hurt a lot, and we are choice specs now. Anyway, withdrawing the Donphan, we're going to go into Screamtail, and we'll just sack it off. There's no real reason to keep it around anymore, as the Toxtricity is just going to probably go for an attacking move of some sort. It goes for a Boom Burst. That's definitely going to take us out, thanks to its Punk Rock ability, which is an amazing ability that boosts the power of sound-based moves, which is cool. Look at it. I love Toxtricity. It's such a cool Pokemon, and they have the Throat Spray as well. Wow. Okay, so we're kind of screwed. We're boned. We are boned right now. Absolutely boned. So Reflect wears off. We can probably just go T-Tar now that the Sandstorm, because that's the thing as well. We don't want T-Tar to not have the Sandstorm, right? So what do we outspeed with? We outspeed with Jolteon 100%. We don't outspeed with Haxorus necessarily, but we can terrestrialize into a Steel type. That's the real question, isn't it? Do we terrestrialize into a Steel type? It's going to make us weak to the Haxoruses of their own Earthquake, but could go Jolteon. No, there's no point going to Jolteon. I think we go Tyranitar here. I think Tyranitar is the best bet, because Stone Edge is going to hurt everything. Crunch will hurt everything. So I think we go Tyranitar and we go straight for the Crunch. I think that's the best bet. They go for an Overdrive. Does minimal damage to us. We're able to go for a Crunch. Should do some decent damage. It does half, which is amazing. Sandstorm's going to buffet them a bit as well, which is going to do a decent double chip damage. Crunch is definitely going to KO from here, so they probably stay in and go for another Overdrive. Personally, that's probably what I would do. Although knowing we're choice specs, you're probably going to Bombardier, right? But what can Bombardier do to us? So they do withdraw the Toxtricity. Are they going to go into the Haxorus? Bombardier. There we go. Bombardier comes in. Nice and powerful. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. And we go for the Crunch. Should do some decent chip damage. There we go. Decent chip damage indeed. Buffeted by the Sandstorm it is. We've got to watch out for his stab knockoffs, but we should be good to go into Donphan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go into Donphan. Donphan can definitely take a Brave Bird from this thing, and we can get some Rocky Helmet damage off on it as well, which is amazing. There we go. Donphan comes in. They go for a Hone Claws. Okay, that's powerful. That's scary powerful. That is scary powerful right there. So buffeted by the Sandstorm it is. We just go for an Ice Shard here just to get some chip damage off on this thing. As there we go, chip damage, Ice Shard comes through. Minimal damage, but it's damage at the end of the day. As they go for a dual Wing Beat, which is going to work well in our favor thanks to the Rocky Helmet. Because it's not going to KO us, and it does put them in range for the Ice Shard. So Donphan wins this 1v1 easily. Bombardier goes down. Donphan's looking good right now. Donphan is looking crazy good right now. In comes the Espeon. So Espeon's going to come in and ruin my day. And we don't really need Donphan for anything right now. So I'm going to go for an Ice Shard just to get some chip damage off on it. May as well. Why not, eh? Why not? So there's the Ice Shard coming through. Bit of chip damage. Takes it down to 50%. They go for a Dazzling Gleam. That's going to finish off Donphan, no problem. As down it goes. So the Sandstorm should wear off right now, right? There we go. Sandstorm subsided, which means we can bring Tyranitar back in. No problem. Go for a Crunch. Get some damage off on something else. We know it's going to finish off the Toxtricity. We know it's going to do some decent damage to the Haxorus. So let's just go for it. Let's just go straight for it. I see no reason not to. Get the Sandstorm back up. It's going to be able to buffet the team a bit more as well. We go straight for the Crunch. I see absolutely no reason not to. Tyranitar's kind of dominating right now. They go for another Dazzling Gleam. Of course, they don't really have a good switch in, as we can go for the Crunch and take out this Espeon once and for all. So there we go. The Espeon goes down. I really love Espeon as well. I really love Espeon a lot, to be honest with you. Haxorus comes in. So this thing is a threat. It's going to probably go for a Dragon Dance right now. We haven't terrestrialized, which is important, because this thing is going to want to go for a Dragon Dance right now, because it knows it can take a Crunch. It's going to want to go for a Dragon Dance. So there it is. The Dragon Dance comes through. Crunch should be able to two-shot a Haxorus, I think. I guess we'll find out whether it's two-shotting it or whether it's doing a little bit less than that. Just doing a little bit less. Doing a little bit less. So let's go for another crunch. They go for another Dragon Dance, which is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Really terrifying, in fact. So we go for a crunch again, as it nearly KOs, which is amazing. I don't see what we can do now. I mean, no, Slowbro can definitely take an EQ. Slowbro can definitely take an EQ. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I can't click. I have to go for crunch, don't I? Let's go ahead and let Tyranitar go down. There we go. Down it goes. Down it goes. Tyranitar goes down. They're at +2. I'm confident in Slowbro. I am confident in Slowbro right now because we're physically defensive AF. And unlike the Iron Fawn situation, we should be able to win this one. So let's go for a Surf. Now, provided they don't get a crit, we are able to live this. I'm sure we are. I'm sure we are. I'm doing quick damage calcs in my head. We do live, which is amazing. Surf comes through. That's going to be able to take out the Haxorus, no problem. As now, this is free reign for the Toxtricity to come in and take out the Slowbro. But it's absolutely fine. We can take that. We can handle that. No problem. No problemo, all right? Slowbro's looking pretty good right now. The Sandstorm finally subsides, which means no more chip damage on the Slowbro, which is great. We're going to get some leftovers recovery, but again, it doesn't matter because we're going to let it go down to the Toxtricity right now, as in comes the Toxtricity. So Toxtricity comes in, looking nice and powerful and shiny. We're going to go for a Surf real quick just to get some damage off. Obviously, it's not going to work because they're going to go for an Overdrive. Overdrive comes through. It's going to take out the Slowbro nice and easily, which is great. Down Slowbro goes. So we've got a choice now. What do we want to finish this thing off with? I think we go Jolteon and go for Tera Blast. I think that's what we do. I think that's what we do. No, we don't need to go for a Tera. Do we need to go for a Tera Blast? Screw it. Let's go Jolteon and go Tera Blast. Let's go Jolteon and go Tera Blast. It should finish this thing off. I'm pretty sure it finishes this thing off, no problem. So we'll go for the Tera Blast, Terrestrialize into an Ice type. Just to let Jolteon do something this game. just to let it do something. I think getting a nice special stab attack off on this thing is going to be beneficial. So we'll go into an Ice type real quick. We'll go for a Tera Blast. It's the only way we're going to get around this Toxtricity, really. As there we go. We're going to go for a Tera Blast. We outspeed because we are fast AF. And we're going to go for that Tera Blast. Hopefully it takes it out. Hopefully it takes it out. Please take it out. Toxtricity goes down. And Jolteon wins us the game. So I think Jolteon did good that game. I think Jolteon did good. I think the team as a whole did good. And I think my opponent played really well as well. So GG, Chris. Chris, yeah. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. With that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.